Words appear. Whose blind life is it anyway? In association with Sterling Creations and VIP Tech Productions present Ask Donna. Donna Jodhan answers your questions and offers you tips and tricks on being an author, an expert, a sight loss coach, and an advocate. Ask Donna, the sight loss coach.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, wherever you are in Canada, in the United States, wherever you are. I'm sight loss coach and author Donna Jodhan with you again today. And I can't believe that, July is simply speeding along and we can't seem to be able to stop July. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I'll let you be the judge. Once more, I want to thank you for listening in and for providing me with your feedback, your thoughts, and your suggestions. And I'm really striving to make this a weekly show that is just not for me, but for everybody, because it is only through you and with you that I can make my shows interesting, exciting, and entertaining. And I must not forget to thank my dear friend Victor Guvia for giving me this opportunity to be with you for yet another week. Now, before I forget, and I seem to be constantly mucking up my email address, it is Ask Donna, that's what it is, Ask Donna, my blind life, here we go again, Ask Donna on blind life at gmail.com. Please forgive me. It is Ask Donna on blind life at gmail.com. Okay, for this week I am going to wear my coach's hat, and I have chosen a question to share with you from the pool of questions that I continue to receive every month from around the world. Okay? And for this week, someone wants to know how we deal with ants in our food. When ants are in our food, and as a blind or vision impaired person, it is awfully difficult to tell until something happens. Either you feel them crawling across your hands, your face, your mouth, your lips, or they sting you. That's when you are aware that there are ants in your food. Okay? It's difficult. It is very difficult to detect until one of these things take place. Right? So what do? I think, in my humble opinion, the best way to deal with them is to take steps to avoid them. You can use a bug spray before you sit down to eat your meal, and this would probably chase them away. Okay? Or you can wipe your table or your counter, wherever you're going to rest your plate of food, with a mixture of vinegar and water, and this will probably deter them from coming near your plate. Or the best thing I would think is to ask a sighted person, if this person is close by, to inspect your food and make sure that there are no ants. But you don't always have sighted people close by, so using a bug spray before you sit down to eat, and wiping down your counter or your table with a mixture of vinegar and water is probably, or are probably, two good things that you can employ, two good strategies. Now, I'm not saying that every time you sit down to eat, you should do this. I think what you should do is, especially if you're eating outdoors, and especially so in the month of July, then you can employ any of these two strategies, any of these two tactics, any of these two methods to defeat our little friends. Okay, I hope this helps. And you know, if you have any suggestions, any feedback, please send me your feedback or your suggestions. Do so to me at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com. Ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com. Right, if you'd like to subscribe directly to receive a free, and now it's bi-monthly newsletter from me, it's called the Blind Lifestyle Newsletter. It contains a plethora of tips and tricks on how to deal with a lot of things in your kitchen, your home, your office, on the street. I have two particular sections that are non-technology sections or non-technological sections in my newsletter. One is called Catching Up with the Coach, and in this section there are a bunch of tips for you to review, and I'm sure there'll be something for you. It's all kinds of things, from how to deal with saving foods, easy baking tips, how to use certain cleaning tips for your drains, your kettle, your teapot, all kinds of things like that, right? And you can subscribe to this free bi-monthly newsletter at www.donnajodhan.com/subscribe. And to read all my back issues, you can go to www.donnajodhan.com/tbln.html. And Donna Jodhan is spelled DONNAJODHAN. So one more time, www.donnajodhan.com/tbln.html. Okay? Right. Okay, so now we are, or before I go there, you can also access my coach page by going to www.donnajodhan.com. All right. Now, it is time for our mental stretch. It's one of my favorite segments of my weekly show. And I think that the mental stretch is extremely, extremely, extremely important, because we pay so much attention to our physical beings, you know, the neck stretch, the arm stretch, the back stretch, the stomach stretch. But what about our mental beings? What about taking some care of our mental beings, our mental psyche? All right. We need to pay more attention to our mental beings. So my mental stretch is all about the MIC principle, the MIC principle. It's being able to spark and stimulate, okay, the mind, the imagination, and the creative juices. And to be able to wipe the cobwebs away from these three areas, your mind, your imagination, and to create, you know, your creative juices. You have to sweep the cobwebs away. You have to give a lot of attention to your mental psyche every time, every day. When you wake up, during the day, before you go to sleep at night. It's one of your babies you're going to take care of. And I do this by using a different sense every week. You know, it could be the sense of touch, the sense of taste, the sense of hearing, and the sense of smell. Of course, you can use a sense of sight. And for those of you who have enough sight, why not use your sense of sight as well? Okay? So, for this week, I am going to use the sense of taste. And I say to you that the sense of taste is the primary sense that we are going to use. And we can always use another sense as a secondary sense to the sense of taste. Okay? How about the taste of barbecued meat? Yum, yum, yum. Barbecued sausages, barbecued chicken, barbecued pork, barbecued beef. All right, so that's barbecued meat. And you savor the taste, and as you sit there savoring this beautiful, yummy, delicious taste in your mouths, suddenly you will feel and sense that your mind, your imagination, and your creative juices are all starting to wake up. And soon enough, you will find that you are being sparked and stimulated into some sort of action to do something. It doesn't necessarily have to be something like writing or whatever, but it could be writing, reading, cleaning your house, doing something that you weren't able to do before because you were just a bit too lethargic to do it, or even picking up the phone, calling your mom or dad, your siblings, your friends, arranging a social get-together. This is what I mean by the mental stretch, using this mental stretch with the sense of taste, okay, to get going. And the sense of taste could be enhanced with the sense of smell, right? The smell of barbecued meat. So use this to get you going for this week, all right? How about a tall glass of a nice cool drink, just dripping off your tongue? Just taste it, okay? The taste of a cool drink, it doesn't necessarily have to be alcoholic. It could also be non-alcoholic. Hey, why not? Nice, cool, fruity juice. Nice, cool, fruity drink. Nice, cool glass of sangria, some sort of sparkling wine, or even your favorite wine. You would be amazed to know when you taste this, right, how much it can help you to wipe the cobwebs away from your mind, spark your imagination and your creative juice, and stimulate your mind. Okay, I've tried this so many times, especially during the month of July, and I'm telling you, it works. How about this? Fresh strawberries covered with whipped cream. You put some chocolate on it too. Taste it, taste it. Sit there and savor the taste of these lovely fresh strawberries, cut strawberries with whipped cream over it. I'm telling you, these are things that I constantly employ as a sight loss coach, as an author, as an expert, as an advocate, whenever I am looking for things to help spark and stimulate my mind, my imagination, and my creative juices. And I'm only giving you strategies that have worked for me since year 2000 when I started out on my own journey. Please give it a try. Okay? Well, that's it for me this week. I have enjoyed being with you one more time. I want to thank Victor, my good friend, for giving me this opportunity. And I want to thank all of you for your feedback, for listening in. It's important to have you walk the walk with me and tell me what's on your mind. Give me some ideas. I would be pleased to share your ideas with others. Okay? So, send me your email at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com. One more time, askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com. That's it for me for this week, folks. Thank you very, very much. Happy day to you all. Happy rest of the week to you all. Continue to enjoy July. And we will be with you one more time for next week. Do take care, and bye for now.
Tune in every Wednesday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific for Ask Donna on Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway?